between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or. I'm scared.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A toss to Cook. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jerome Baker in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Dobson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Back to throw here. This pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dobson, open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. First down, here's the run with Cook. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off play action. Dobson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now back to throw.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The end result, 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, Tyson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad. Throwing
on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. He'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Their mobile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs. Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace. And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a third down. Off the play fake. Dobson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to... Take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Bullock good on the extra point. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. He'll be encouraging us.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
45.
To throw on 2nd down. Dobson. And Diggs has it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Madison. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, you're going to have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Flushed out right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Young Trent is here, baby. Young Trent is here.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll look to throw. Got some real estate inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the route is on here in this first half. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jerome Baker, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And he fields it cleanly. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm like, well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jerome Baker in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. ended up settling for 3.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They're
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll run on first down. Cook pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Going to run with Madison again. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there. First down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now a run with Cook. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready?
To throw on third down. Dobson. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says what.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Ready? Mike's 54. First down. Double dog. That's the way.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. as his guys are in for 6, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dobson, he's got Smith here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And an alley to run. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Dobson setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down. Dobson. This is caught. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw. Dobson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jerome Baker in there for the 7th time in this game alone. And that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability. Yeah,
you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Ready?
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Cook, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear. And ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Dolphins on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Steps away to his left, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And now out comes Minnesota. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.